Now we have two important more topics on buoyancy, which is the stability of the floating body and the stability of a submerged body. Now what is stability of a floating body? Okay, so always remember, for a floating body, stability is always determined from the position of the metasender. Okay, so stability of a floating body is always measured from the position of the metasender. Okay, now let's discuss about these two examples on stable equilibrium and unstable equilibrium of a floating body. So the same example where I displace a log of wood in water. So this is water. Okay. Now when the log of wood is in a straight line, is in straight line, what happens? Same in the case of metasender, when I talked about that, is we have gravity here, center of gravity of the body here, and we have a buoyant force here. Okay, now when I displace it with a small angular displacement, okay, with a slight angular displacement, what happens? The center of buoyancy will shift. Okay, so if here it's G and B, now I have a small angular displacement to the clockwise direction. What happens? We get a new buoyancy. Okay, we get a new buoyancy which is B1. And what happens? This is the metasender when the line of action meets the normal axis. Okay, so this is the metasender. Now why do we call it a stable equilibrium? Since this is a position, what happens to a stable equilibrium? It constitutes there will be a force through B1. There will be a force acting FB. Okay, there will be a buoyant force which will constitute a couple in the anti-clockwise direction. So we get a stable equilibrium. Okay, so we get a stable equilibrium. Okay, now what is unstable equilibrium? Unstable equilibrium is nothing but it is in a straight line motion. If the log of wood is straight line, we have gravity of the body and buoyant force acting. Now this is where unstable equilibrium comes into play. So unstable equilibrium means what happens? We have center of gravity here and we have a buoyant force here. And when a slight angular displacement is given, the buoyant force will move slightly towards the right side because we are displacing it to the right hand side. Okay, so what happens when we draw a normal line? When it meets the normal axis, this place is what I call the metasender. So when the metasender is below the center of gravity, okay, that's when we call this body as an unstable equilibrium. So it won't come back to the normal position. Okay, I hope it's clear. Okay, now the case is slightly different for stability of a submerged body. Okay, so what is the stability of a submerged body? Okay, we have same two cases as that of a stability of a floating body. So in stable equilibrium of a submerged body, consider this is a balloon, and in the end of the balloon I have a metallic rod or something I attach to the end of the balloon. So what happens here? The case will be different here. In the normal axis, for the floating body we have the gravity on the top and the buoyancy at the bottom, but because we have a iron rod which is attached to the balloon, we have the gravity in the down direction, and we have what? We have the buoyant force which is on the top. Okay, so I'll draw in a different color. Okay, so we have a buoyant force acting upward which is FB, and we have gravity acting downwards. So, and when I displace the body with a slight angular displacement, what happens? Okay, so what happens here? In this case, there will be B acting here, okay, and we have a gravity here, okay. Since we have a force acting upward, which is FB, and we have a gravity acting downward, it constitutes a couple in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, it constitutes a couple in the anti-clockwise direction. So that is stable equilibrium. Now what is unstable equilibrium? Now I keep the balloon in upright position. Okay, the iron rod will be upward. So what happens here? Where will be the gravity be? The gravity now will be in the top, and we have buoyant force down. Okay, so how will be the arrows? Here will be the gravity, which is W, weight of the body, and we have the force acting upward, which is FB. Okay, now I give a small angular displacement. I give a small angular displacement. Now what happens? Since there is a gravity which is acting downwards and we have a buoyant force which is acting upward, now weight is more when compared to the buoyant force. So what happens? It never comes back to the stable position. Okay, so this is very important on stability of a floating body and stability of a submerged body. Now if you have any doubts regarding this buoyancy topic, feel free to comment in the comment section, and if you want to know about any specific topic, feel free to comment. Okay, thank you.